Hey friends, welcome to Simply a Better You. Today will mark the first day of the shift that is happening here at Simply a Better You. So when I first founded this channel, it was actually meant to be a channel to follow me on my health journey. I was going through life and a lot of things were happening, and I thought this would be a great creative way for me to share this process with everybody as I was beginning to do it. And honestly, I got lost in the whole creating videos and trying to figure out the algorithm on YouTube, and of course learning this process and how to edit videos and buying the correct equipment. And I'm getting all this information, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. And I lost myself in this, and it morphed into something else. We sold our house and we moved, and we are on this incredible homesteading journey, and my YouTube channel began to become a homestead channel. And that is not what Simply a Better You was intended to be. And I have been really struggling with creating content that is centered around what the channel was supposed to be. And instead, I'm creating more content for homesteading. And it's been weighing on my mind. It has been so heavy on me. And I reached out to a friend of mine who, she's very creative and she runs her own business. And we bounce ideas off of each other all the time. And I was like, you know what? My channel was not supposed to be this. This is not why I started my blog. This isn't really where I wanted it to go. And it's hindering me. It's actually stopping me from wanting to create content and do things. It doesn't feel right. So when I sit to do something, I'm creating the content and I'm like, God, this really just doesn't go with my channel that I've created. So I sat down and I was like, this isn't a big problem. And I can totally fix this because I don't want to stop creating YouTube videos. I don't want to stop creating homestead content because I love that. I love to cook. I love to share with you the garden and all the crazy stuff that we get ourselves into that we're trying to figure out how to do because honestly, we're not professionals. And we're just kind of faking it till we make it, and stumbling across things as we go. And you guys get to see all that. So I decided to go ahead and split my channel. I have created a homesteading channel that is specific for our family. And we have named it the Narker Homestead. That's our family name. And we have begun the separation process. So I have set up a new YouTube channel, and I'm going to link that in the description down below. And that is going to be exclusively homestead stuff. I might mix some, homeschooling in there with it, some mom life, but that is basically going to be nothing but homestead. So all the gardening stuff, a lot of the cooking from scratch and meal planning and things are going to head over to that channel. I am going to leave the content that I've already created for Simply a Better You on this channel, but as new stuff begins to roll out, it is going to look different, and that other stuff will begin to actually kind of fall off and drop. So it won't be pushed to show you guys as something that the channel is creating because I'm shifting the channel. So on my end, I'm going to see the shift and the numbers change and such. But I didn't want to lead you guys on and make you think that this was only a homesteading channel and I start posting other stuff that has nothing to do with homesteading. So this is the video that says things are going to change, and I will make sure that this is appropriately titled so it doesn't get lost. I've gone ahead and already removed our homesteading journey video that was the top video on our channel page, and move that over to our homesteading channel. So you'll see the transition, and if you hop over there, you'll see that it's set up the same way that Simply a Better You is set up as well. But going forward, Simply a Better You is going to shift and begin to focus on faith, healing, health, and self-help. So things like I had started out where we were talking a lot about organic food, purchasing healthy organic food, sourcing good nutritious food, how to prepare it, and the cost of those things. Getting out of debt, because I don't want to just focus simply on the internal health and the physical health. I also want to focus on mental health because those two go hand in hand. And when you place those two together, your health improves overall. And on top of that, your spiritual health. So obviously, you guys already know we're a Christian family. We attend church weekly. Faith is a huge part of our life. It is a huge part of the reason that I'm still here. So I want to be able to share that testimony with you guys and be able to take you with me as I am continuing on my faith journey, my spiritual walk with Christ. I want to be able to take you on my health journey as my health is continuing to improve. We've had a few setbacks, but we're still moving forward. And then also that mental health journey, how my life looks now, and where did I find the contentment to be where I am? What happened in that process? And it was not an easy process. And I still process those things today. So that's where we're kind of going with this now. I'm still going to be posting food videos because I love food. But they will lean more towards healthy eating, clean eating, so Whole30, keto, paleo. You guys know that I try to stay away from the grains, but I will make sure to add those videos in there. My kids eat grains. You know, Joe eats grains. We buy organic flour and such to try to source the most nutritious option there is for us. So I want to be able to share those things with you and give you guys different options to look at no matter where you are on your health journey. Moving forward, I've had to kind of scribble down things to really hone in on where we're going. So this is going to be spiritual health, physical health, financial health, all of that stuff plays together. And in there, I will share with you guys my absolute passion. I love to read. The amount of books that I consume is almost obscene. I mean, I have tons of books, you know, the paperback books, but I also read a lot on Audible. And it's the same process. You know, yes, you're listening to it, but your brain actually has to consume it the same way as if you were reading it off of a page. So I love Audible. It makes it so much easier to get through a book, especially if you are a busy mom or if you are running a homestead and you have animals and kids and things to take care of. You're constantly in the kitchen cooking and meal planning and running to the grocery store and stuff. So being able to pop a book in your ear and listen to it or turn it on in the car, it keeps me centered and grounded in what I'm doing. So I do like the occasional sci-fi book and the occasional, you know, historical romance. Those are my fun books that I read. But I read a lot of faith-based books, encouraging books, self-help books, a lot of business books, books on speaking, books on teaching, books on, you know, learning new things and new tasks. I just love to read, and it offers me a place to go, you know, a place to discover, whether I'm discovering something about myself, learning a new skill, or, you know, listening to somebody else's journey and seeing how that journey relates to my life. So as those things happen, as I am reading things, discovering new things, sharing things with my doctor, I will make sure that I get on here and share those things with you every Friday. So the date in which I will be releasing videos is going to change. Every Tuesday and Thursday, those are going to be videos that I will be posting on the Homestead channel, because that is going to be content in which I'm doing in my everyday life. So I can flip on the camera and you guys can just kind of watch and see what's going on. The videos for Simply a Better You will now only be on Fridays, because those are going to change and they are going to take a little bit more time to put together and to edit and build. So I'm giving myself that extra space to kind of build those out and see what they're really going to look like. So I might put a few out there and decide, nope, we don't like this format, we're going to change it. But I wanted to tell you guys that although things are changing, it'll still be fun and exciting. So I actually ordered, and I don't know if you guys have heard of them. It's Simply Earth. They sell essential oils. And, you know, of course I already have tons of essential oils. I already buy most of this stuff as it is. But they do subscription boxes in which they send you a monthly kit that you can make something at home. And I thought these would be a really great idea for the girls. So as we are doing things in school, this is something that they can learn from. They're making something, they're learning a process, they're learning a skill, and they have to read directions and follow them. And for an 8-year-old, sometimes that can be difficult. So in my first box, this is their big bonus box, I got tons of stuff. And of course, my girls have already gone through this. But in my first box, they send beeswax. You get your option to choose some free add-ons. I went ahead and got me a essential oil diffuser. I'm going to pop this in the bathroom. And a little mold for, these can be for soaps, or you can do bath bombs or things like that. So those were my extra add-ons that I got for free. The reason they call this the big bonus box is because you get some staples: coconut oil, almond oil, and fractionated coconut oil for mixing and making things. I have a lot of these things on hand already because I have been making and doing stuff, home remedies and deodorants and lotions and soaps and stuff behind the scenes. It's a lot of stuff that I don't get to share and show you guys because it's very messy, it's time consuming, and it requires a little bit of concentration, especially if I'm making soap. I'm still so worried that I'm going to do something wrong. So I'm going to allow you guys to enter into my world and you guys can like watch the chaos unfold. So in this box, they include the amber glass bottles that you can add stuff in. These are roller bottles. So, and then they also include some additional amber glass bottles for whatever it is you're mixing. If you're making like a diffusal mixture, then you can add those in there. But that's just kind of there to start up my kit. And I also got my first make at home kit, which was a homemade deodorant. So we are going to be doing that, or I should say my girls are actually going to be doing this. They're going to be following it, and they send everything you need, but they also send some additional things that you can make as well. So you're not just getting the stuff to make the deodorant and that's it. They'll send you additional things as well so that you can make some stuff. So there's even a body wash powder in here. They send you labels to label your containers, which is great because I'm usually just writing on mine with a permanent marker. But in this particular box, You get recipe cards. You get several recipe cards. And for this one, we are doing a Rooted Clarity diffuser blend, a Resilient Start body wash. That's what the body wash powder is for. Tummy Soothe roll on, a lavender everyday spray, and grab and go cleansing wipes. So they'll throw the stuff in here for you guys to assemble what you would like to assemble. And you, oh, we got another one. Refresh and Revive Balm. Ooh, that sounds good. I didn't see that one in the bottom. So you will either have to purchase additional things through them, or you can get it someplace else. There is the bulk apothecary that you can order from. And then there's a lot of things that you may already have on hand in your home. So you just kind of have to look around and see what you have and what you can make. You can change out essential oils, you can add things, subtract things, replace things, substitute things. So far I'm liking it. We just haven't actually built anything yet. I have used their diffuser blends, and I of course am liking the essential oils that they have sent. And that's really what I use essential oils for, is to put in my diffuser just to make the house smell nice, or if any of us are sick, I swear by tea tree oil and eucalyptus. Things that if you have a bad odor in your house, to help cleanse the air and things like that. And we also use it in our bath water. We use it in lotions. We've used essential oils for just adding nice fragrance to some things. Depending on what we might be using it for, I have added it to some salves and such, but usually for that I'm doing some type of infusion with like lemon balm or peppermint, calendula or something, and I'm using that in an oil, like the extra virgin olive oil or something, and making an infusion and then adding that to the beeswax and such. So I don't generally put essential oils in that unless I'm using it to add a scent like lavender or something. But you guys will get to see and experience all of that as we are discovering this. So this was last month's. This was September's. And then I got October's a few weeks ago. And in this one, we are actually making a little scented pillow, which the girls are dying to do. So that one requires rice, so I've got rice in there for me. You get a stillness salve in this one, a autumn diffuser blend, everyday guard spray. So this is like an antibacterial spray, but it's like the all natural spray, so it doesn't have any of the chemicals and things in there. Tranquil Bloom perfume. So this is a perfume that we'll be making. The aromatherapy pillow is what the girls are wanting to do. And then the Fortify roll on, which this sounded good for if you're feeling kind of congested or you just kind of want to relax. But this has Defender in it and eucalyptus, and I would think that would be more of a, if you weren't feeling well, kind of congested and needed to breathe deeply, you would want to add that to your chest, neck, under your nose. So I'm reading their card as I'm talking. Yeah, that's what this is for. So I do like this because I like to add new things. You know, usually I find something that works and I just stick with it and then just make it over and over again. So as we are starting to do these, I will go ahead and video us making this, or as the girls are making them, and then probably do like a voiceover or kind of walk us through it. You know, with having little ones, you want to pay attention to what they're doing when they're handling essential oils. I know everybody says, yes, essential oils are absolutely harmless, don't worry about that, but there are hot oils, and I would never want my girls to put something on their hands, touch their face, put it in their eyes. So I'm always keeping an eye on them as I am playing around with home remedy stuff. So I'm excited to share this with you as we begin to make changes here on Simply a Better You. And I really hope that you enjoy the content that is to come, because it is more of what I actually created the channel for. So I'm so glad that I got to sit down and talk with you guys about this so that you can kind of have an idea of what's going on. And if you have any comments or questions, put them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. So guys, thanks for joining me on my journey today, and I bless you on yours.